Hey everyone, welcome back. I've been out of town, so I missed it last weekend, but this is my weekend review. And I think the last time I started off, I was up to line 4 here on my spreadsheet, but all of these are still open. So let's just go over these. Starting from first line here on Hood, had this trade, collected 264. This was a put on Hood, the strike price is 65. And I bought this back, or I rolled this out. It cost me $30 to close this, and then I rolled it out to on 6/10, closing last Friday, which is yesterday, 6/20, at a strike price of 71. So I collected 376 for that, and I wanted to I wanted to free up the cash. So I just closed this out. I bought to close at 104, so I ended up with 271.92 on that. I do like Hood. I think I might make another trade, another put on that this coming week. Let's see what else. This PLTR, I had this collected 320, and I did a buy to close on that at 83. This Amazon trade, this is against my leaps down here. Got this leaps option, and I'm just kind of rolling this around. I had originally landed on this position by a roll. I had to buy it back for 15.30, but I collected 17.36, so I ended up with 206. The strike price of 205. It's a call, so it's in the money covered call. The current price was 212.96, and that gave me some cushion on the downside. So if the stock went down, I know I was going to collect the extrinsic value for sure of 144, but it has gone down. I did roll this out, so it cost me 15.30. Rolled this down here, expiring 7.25. I collected 25.24. Actually, this rolled. I put the cost in here. It cost me 22.34 to close this out, but it has gone down. Let's look at Amazon. It's at 210.08 right now, so I'm really glad I didn't roll this up all the way to what was the current price. It had gone up the past week or so, up to 217, as high as 217 and some change. But I wasn't sure if it was if it was going to go down or not, and it did go down. So I made out pretty well on that. So now it's right at my strike price. And I'm going to collect all this intrinsic value too, because I was paid a premium for that. Let's see. So PLTR, Amazon. I got this Amazon now, and then I've got this SMCI. I had a call out on these. I think I just purchased the shares outright. I had 2 contracts, strike price of 44, collected a premium of 116. I did a buy to close on this, and it cost me $8. It's pretty much ended up worthless, so I ended up with 108. I've got this other PLTR put. It's in process. I collected 415 for that. That expires 7/3, so in a couple weeks, and that's in process. This is another SMCI call that I did after closing this one out. And SMCI, the strike price was 44. And I was assigned because it went in the money, and that's totally fine. So that was a call. I went up to on Friday. Yeah, well, it went above 44, just above, so I was assigned that, and the shares were called away. I collected 130, and I got the cash back in my account. 2 contracts, so that's $8,800 back into my account. Made this IWM trade. It started to kind of look like it might go against me, and this is against my leaps, which aren't sitting too pretty. So I did a buy to close on that, and pretty much at cost. Result of collecting $1 here. And then this TQQQ. I did a put on TQQQ, 2 contracts at a strike price of 70 at the time price was 74.09. I collected 300 on that. That's in process. Let's look at TQQQ. Sitting at right around 72.71. So it's still out of the money. If it goes in the money, that's fine. These can expire worthless, or I'll pick up the shares, no problem, and then I'll just do cover calls on them. And I've got this SMCX that I've had for quite a while, and I had, let's see, where's my SMCX here? Expires 5/16, SMCX expires 6/20. This is the one I had put way out in time at this point at a strike price of 80, and let's look at SMCX. It's nowhere near that. It's at 43.79. So with the strike price at 80, and I had collected 2,040 at the time. I bought this back for, I've got 6 contracts, 600 shares. And it's so far out of the money that I just bought these back. I was going to buy them back for $1, but I had to buy them back for $5 a piece. So minus $30 I entered there. And I collected another $600. So it wouldn't really allow me to go up to 80, which is my cost. Well, my cost is 74.51. My previous strike was 80, but it wouldn't even let me go that high anymore. So I'm pretty safe. I don't think it's going to go up to 70 from where it was at the time, 43.84, and I collect 600. So next month when this expires, I hopefully can just collect another $600. This position, I'm down on prices in the 40s. My average cost is in the mid 70s, so I'm down 18,000. Just waiting for it to come back up. In the meantime, I can safely sell calls, close to my cost. If it goes up, challenges this, it's got to go way up to get to 70. Then I can certainly roll. But in the meantime, I don't think it's going to go from 40s past 70. So I'll just keep collecting, $600, $1,000, maybe $500 a month on this, and just keep collecting that and reducing my average cost. And hopefully someday this will go up. I can get all my money back. Let's stay out of this 18, or at least just collect premium and keep breaking even. So my dividends so far with JEPQ, I've collected 83.03. Next week I should get $100 each for. Let's see what we did last month. I've got a couple different covered call ETFs here, SPY-I and IWMI. Last month it was like 50 cents a share each, like 50 cents. Got 207 shares, so I collected 104. It's probably going to be a similar thing for IWMY. Right around 55 cents. I've got 213 shares. And I'm just dripping this and buying more shares with the income received. And so next week my dividends will be higher. And so far this month I've collected 29.03 in premium at a 1.51% monthly return. So things are just slow and steady, and no wild swings, and doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. Been playing around with these leaps. Let's look at these. I got these leaps call options that I've been trying to use to sell covered calls against. I've got 200 shares here, 2 contracts for IWM at 214 and 2 at 205. So I can't really justify selling covered calls on that because IWM is right around 209, I think. so they're not really sitting in a good position. So I think I want to maybe like roll these down. I've been playing around with that. Last time I looked, I was looking to roll out at 320 next year at a strike price of 180. I'd like to get my delta up in the 80s. That would have cost me another $5,344 for this 214, and then the 205 would have cost me $39.80. But looking at this today, let's go look. If I look at this 214, I don't think I was going to roll out that far. If I roll out just to February, and if I only go down to, instead of 180, go down to 190, puts me at still a pretty good delta of 77, and I could sell these for $13.52 and collect. Or I'd have to pay $30.73, so I would end up having to pay $34.42, but that increases my delta and it drops my strike price down, so I could safely sell covered calls against that. I'm debating whether I want to do that or not. So $34.22 at the 190 at the February 20th. $7.7 delta. That would cost me $34.42. So probably not going to do this one. This is an older one. Actually, I'll just put this up here. If I did the same thing for the 205, let's see what that would cost. Bring these both down to the same strike price, same date. 190 here. Cost me $23.76. So all this is the same, except this one's going to cost me minus $23.76. Debating whether to do this or not. Hard to make that back. Then I could safely sell covered calls against this. Probably weeklies. I could do dailies. If I did options, then I could do four contracts. So I did sell call and went out like a week at a time. So at the 213, it's 28 delta. I could collect 109 times 4 is 436 per week. So times, let's say 50 weeks, that would bring in, if I did that every week, $21,800. And I could keep, rolling these out as time goes on. And then hopefully IWM will have gone up and I could sell these leaps options for a profit or just keep rolling. So I think I am going to do that this next week on Monday when things come back. But right now, the deltas on these are not very good. This one at 214, the delta is currently 53. So if this keeps going down, then I got the possibility of losing all this. I'm already down 5,800. So I don't know if I'm throwing good money after bad or not. That put a total of 21,000 that I would have invested. And so, but if I can do 400 a week, or 109 times 4 times 50 weeks, let's say I take 2 weeks off a year, 21.8, could definitely break even and possibly make a profit if these go up. So we'll see what happens there. I'll let you know in the next video. I think that's it for now. I think that's it for now. My cash position is gone up 39,971 now. So trying to get this above 40,000 and just keep adding to it. I do have some options collateral, 27,000 with these two QQQQ, with these two contracts for TQQQ and this one PLTR put. So I don't want to risk all my cash, but I do want to make some moves and make some premiums. So I'm using the cash that I do have to do that. But I think I'm sitting pretty good here. PLTR at 130. It's currently at 137. It's gone way up. You know, I'd be happy picking it up at 130 for sure. But it's definitely, you know, out of the money right now. I'm not really at a high risk. If it does drop, I pick these up for 130. Then I don't think it's going to go much below that, and I could sell covered calls against it. So, and I could certainly close this out for 231 now, after collecting 415. Likewise with TQQQ 70 put. You know, this could go down and go in the money below 70, and then I'd have to buy these shares, and that's totally fine. Right now I could buy these back for 139 after collecting 150 per contract. So I'm just going to let these go. It's going to expire. Both of these will expire. Well, this one will expire in a couple weeks. This one will expire this coming Friday. And that's the latest update. I'm not yet ready to retire, but getting there inch by inch. We'll see what happens. Appreciate you watching. If you got any questions or you want me to make like how-to videos, or if there's anything you want to see, just let me know in the comments, and happy to oblige, and we'll go from there. Again, if you like this video and got some value out of it, hit the like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.